Hey kids, are you ready for the best time of the year? Let's get into the holiday spirit by learning some new vocabulary words. Our first word of the day is cornucopia. The word cornucopia is a noun, and it refers to the mythical horn of a goat that had an endless supply of food. A cornucopia is a symbol that you usually see during Thanksgiving because it signifies a full dinner table where everybody has more than enough food to eat.
Hey guys, it's me, Bo.
And me, Ariana.
Normally you see us separately in the show, but today we're going to work together and create something really cool and simple for the holidays.
Yeah, this is going to be something that you can make at home and add to your Christmas tree. Today we're making cinnamon ornaments from a non-baked dough. Hey Bo, this is right up your alley.
Yeah, but we wouldn't want to eat these, even though they do smell delicious. Today's project is going to take some ingredients. We need half a cup of cinnamon,
A half cup of salt,
1 cup of flour,
and 3/4 a cup of very warm water. Those are the ingredients for our cinnamon dough.
We'll also need cookie cutters to make some really cool shapes,
Wax paper.
a rolling pin, and acrylic paints if you want to add some extra detail to your ornament.
Well, Bo, it looks like we have everything here. Let's get started. And you can follow along at home too if you want. The first step is to combine all of the ingredients in a bowl. First the cinnamon, then the flour and the salt, and then the water last. Make sure that you mix them well. You don't want the dough to be too wet or have any separation.
You probably want to use a big spoon for this. Keep stirring the mixture until it looks like the dough that you would use to make cookies. It should be pretty thick. After that is combined, you can knead the dough with your hands. Make sure that your hands are dry so that the dough is easy to work with.
Kneading is a common thing when you're baking, but if you've never handled dough before, knead means to work the dough, almost like a massage for it. Just continue to squeeze and work the dough, and you'll see the consistency start to change.
Mine's a little bit sticky, which makes it hard to knead, so I'm going to add a small amount of flour to my hands. This will solve the problem. This is probably going to take a while.
You're doing great, Bo. Keep kneading and I'll be right back. You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows like a light bulb. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games like Monopoly. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Yippee! Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games like Monopoly. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Yippee! Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
Wow, that took a long time, but I think I'm finally done.
Great. After you knead the dough for a few minutes, it will be ready to cut for ornaments, and you can make it into a little ball to start. Get the rolling pin and begin rolling out the dough until it's made into a nice slab to cut from. You should probably roll the dough on a sheet of wax paper because that won't stick as much to your kitchen table or counter.
Don't roll it too thin though. You want to have a substantial enough ornament that it won't break in half.
I guess I'll take the rolling pin since you took the time to knead the dough. Who knows how long this may take?
Why don't you work on that? I'll go put this bowl away. Start cutting if you finish while I'm gone. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Trolled the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us, fa la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, fa la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, fa la 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure, fa la 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 la. Fast away the old year passes, fa la 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 la. Hail the new ye lads and lasses, la 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 la. Sing we joyous all together, la 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 la. Heedless of the wind and weather, la 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 la. All finished?
Finally. Now I'm starting to cut out the shapes. You can get out any cookie cutters that you like and start cutting out shapes from the slab of dough. We have angels, Christmas trees, stockings, candy canes, and gingerbread men. But you can use whatever you find at home or in the store. Take your favorite ones and cut the shape, then peel away any excess dough from around it. I'm going to choose a Christmas tree because I love the amount of detail that I can put on it when I decorate it.
Now that your ornaments are cut out, poke a hole in the top of the area for a string to go through once it's dry. You can use a toothpick or any other stick-like object that you might have in the kitchen. Leave your ornaments to dry for 24 hours, and the next day you can continue the fun and decorate them with your acrylic paints.
Luckily, we made some up yesterday, and they've been sitting drying, so now we can decorate them.
Now that our ornaments have been painted, it's time to string them up for the tree. You can use fishing line, thread, ribbon, yarn, or any other type of string that you think looks good with your ornament. Just feed it through the hole that you poked and tie it at the top.
And there you have it, cinnamon no-bake ornaments to decorate your Christmas tree.
If you're lucky, they'll add a scent of the holidays to your home too.
This was a lot of fun, Bo. Thank you for making these with me.
Of course, I had a great time. Happy holidays to you and your family.
You too, Bo. And happy holidays to all of you from us here at Brain Food. We'll see you in the new year. Bye.
Oh, hello, and welcome to story time. I'm afraid you caught me wrapping my presents. Today's story is... I believe I wrapped today's story. Bother. Still, it doesn't matter. Have you finished all of your Christmas shopping? I know I finished mine.
If you seek the perfect present to give those you love a lift, no need look, a storybook is just the perfect gift. You'll be giving them adventure, a mystery or romance, cooking tips, exotic trips, or steps on how to dance. Oh, oh, the fun they'll have when they read a book. There's something for everyone, just you take a look. So give some joy this Christmas, doesn't matter what you spend. If you care, a book you'll share with a very special friend. Oh, speaking of special friends, here's Santa. Oh, don't mind if I do. Fun they'll have when they read a book. There's something for everyone, just you take a look. So give some joy this Christmas, doesn't matter what you spend. If you care, a book you'll share with a very special friend. Merry Christmas, everyone.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the happiest season of all, with those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the happiest season of all. There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
There'll be parties for hosting,
Marshmallows for toasting,
and caroling out in the snow.
There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. Long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time. Yes, the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Our next holiday-themed word is humility. Humility is a noun, and it refers to the quality of being humble or putting the needs of others before your own. It's especially important to show humility during this time of the year because there are a lot of people who might not be lucky enough to celebrate the holiday season with an abundance of food and gifts. A great way to show humility is to volunteer your time to help out others in need. For example, you could help serve food to the homeless on Thanksgiving by volunteering at a soup kitchen.
Oh, hello, and welcome to the Christmas edition of Storytime. Did you know that even at this magical time of year, it's difficult for some people to get into the Christmas spirit? It's true. For example, some people are alone and have trouble getting into the holiday spirit by themselves. Or, as in the case of today's story, sometimes you simply can't get home for Christmas. So what do you do under those circumstances? Well, let's find out by reading today's story, Can't Be Home for Christmas. Ready? Santa's workshop is a very busy place in the weeks leading up to Christmas. And not just the workshop, the shipping department gets very busy too. Mrs. Claus, who is a whiz at geography, is in charge of the shipping department. It's her job to make sure that every toy has a delivery label and that each toy is loaded in order onto the sleigh. "Oh my," said Mrs. Claus. "That doll doesn't have a label, and that there hasn't been brushed. Stop the machine! Stop!"
What's going on here? We've got a schedule to keep. Who stopped the line? Oh, good evening, Mrs. Claus. Were you the one who stopped the conveyor belt, ma'am? We have a schedule to keep, and if we don't...
I have been on this line for many more years than you have, Clyde, and I don't need to have the process or the schedule explained to me, thank you very much. Now then, that doll doesn't have a label, and this bear's hair hasn't been brushed.
Oh, my. Good catch, Mrs. Claus. Thank you so much. Clem! Clem, get in here! Yes? This doll has no label. How are we supposed to know who she's supposed to be delivered to? And this bear hasn't been brushed. Okay, sorry.
Are you all right, Clem?
Yes, ma'am.
No, you're not. Come on now, Clem. We like happy elves working here. Please tell me what's wrong.
When you're stationed in the workshop, you get to go home on Christmas Day. When you're stationed in the shipping room, you don't get to go home until the day after. All the elves rotate between the two rooms. You won't be in the shipping room more than any other elf.
All right, Clyde. Just a minute. Where are you from, Clem?
Do you mean where do I live in the spring and summer?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
I live in Polk County, Florida, ma'am.
I'm not sure that I've been there. Have you ever used the window to the world? Well, I'll tell you what. We'll use the magic window to the world, and you can show me around. Window to the world, take me on a trip. I don't want to go on a plane or a ship. Take me to the place that I'm about to name. Show me all its wonders and its claim to fame. Polk County.
Ooh, that's Circle B Bar Ranch. They have trails and a lake and a tram ride. Oh, and that's the Lakeland Tigers. They play at Publix Field at Joker Marchant Stadium. And that's Bog Tower. There's a huge singing tower there in Pretty Gardens. And that's Legoland. Clyde, you'd love Legoland. It's awesome.
Well now, Polk County sounds like a very special place.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
You know, Clem, there are all sorts of people who have to work on Christmas Day. Important people like firemen and policemen and people who make sure that you have water and power.
And elves?
Exactly. Now, your job in the shipping department is very important, Clem. We'll be counting on you to do it well. But, well, now that you know how the window to the world works, you may use it when you're on your break or at lunch. Is that fair?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Mrs. Claus.
Oh, right you are, Blitzen. Now, you two will have to excuse me. The reindeer have asked me to referee a game of kickball. You know how much they love their games. Keep up the good work, Clem. Clyde, you're in charge until I get back.
You know, Clem, Polk County sounds really cool. Maybe I'll come and visit you next year? That would be great. Oh, Legoland has a water park. If you come in the summer, we can go there. Sounds awesome. You okay, Clem? Yep, I'm good. Okay then, back to work. Start the machine. Let's get going. We've got a schedule to keep.
The end. Merry Christmas, everyone.
I hope you're enjoying our holiday-themed episode. Our third word of the day is reminiscence. Reminiscence is a noun that refers to the process of thinking or talking about past experiences. Thanksgiving and Christmas are two of the best holidays of the year because you get to spend quality time with family that you might not get to see all the time. While everyone is sitting at the table for dinner, you get the opportunity to hear your grandparents, aunts, uncles, or other family members reminisce about their lives and past experiences that they shared together. And eventually, you will get to reminisce about your experiences too.
Whoa, the holidays are a-calling, but the temperature isn't falling. If there's one thing Polk County knows, it won't snow, it won't snow, it won't snow. Oh, while gifts will be a-getting, in Florida we'll be sweating. 'Cause there's one thing that we all know, it won't snow, it won't snow, it won't snow. When I put on my festive clothes, how I'll hate going out in the sun. But the weather can't stop my fun. And until December is done, I'll spread my Christmas cheer round, giving gifts and singing out loud. Even though we all know it won't snow, it won't snow, it won't snow. Oh, and gifts will be a-getting, but in Florida we'll be sweating. Hoping someday in Polk it would snow, it would snow, it would snow. No, it won't snow. Until December is done, until December is done, I'll spread my Christmas cheer round, giving gifts and singing out loud. I'll enjoy the season although it won't snow, it won't snow, it won't snow. It won't snow, it won't snow, it won't snow. It won't snow, it won't snow, it won't snow.
It's time for our last term of the day. The word anticipation is a noun that refers to the feeling of looking forward to something. For example, do you know that feeling you get on Christmas Eve when you're excited to wake up the next morning and open all of your presents? That feeling is anticipation. Happy holidays, kids. Enjoy being with your families, feasting on a cornucopia of delicious food, practicing humility and kindness, learning about your loved ones and listening to them reminisce, and waiting in anticipation for the new year. I'll see you next time.